EkkiThump, welcome back to Let's Play Empyrion Galactic Survival. Today I think we're definitely going into space. We're going to get started on building our capital ship live this time in actual survival mode. We're going to try and construct a capital ship like that. I've got a few bits and pieces ready. I've got some combat steel blocks coming off the constructor. Let's sort out what we're going to wear in space, because I don't think I need the heavy armor. We could take one of these suits of medium armor, because we will need, obviously we're going to be building in space, so we're going to need the EVA boost. That should be alright. We'll definitely want mobility boost. Well, I want the oxygen boost because we're going to be working in space for quite a while, and we're only going to have the supplies of oxygen that we bring on the SV to refill with. And let's see, I'm not sure what the rads are like in space. It's an interesting sector map. Omicron orbit, radiation, right, minus 130 degrees and 3.7 rads, which, yeah, we've got 8 rads and minus 215, so that's fine. We don't need any additional radiation protection. I think we could take this mobility boost. So this offers us a bit of protection, but also means we can move around a bit more easily in space and gives us a fairly decent sized O2 tank. It also means we don't put any more damage on the heavy armor. How are my combat steel blocks doing? They're coming off. Right, so we've got a large generator we're going to put in. We've got some fuel tanks. We're probably going to want more than just one large generator by the time I'm done with this, but that's all in the plan. We've got our CV starter, oxygen stuff. It's probably also high time I made some texture stuff, colour and texture, so we can decide on what we're doing there as we go through. Do I have any of them made already? I don't. Any of them? Neither of them. Pretty sure I've got them unlocked. Colour tool, put that in the queue, and texture, do I have that? I may not have unlocked that yet. Texture and symbol tool. So that will be coming off after the combat steel. What else? Well, we're going to want thrusters. We're going to want windows as well, actually. We can't really make the thrusters that I want to make because we're low on, I think it's Sathium we're low on. Struggling to make flux coils. Sathium, neodymium and cobalt. Yeah, we have very little Sathium left. Maybe we'll get the chance to take out some space drones while we're up there. Well, speaking of taking things out in space, how much ammunition do we have left in the SV? Because that's going to be the thing we're shooting drones with. Got 54 rockets. We are going to need to fill up that tank. Okay, that's fine. How much fuel have we got? We should take some more. actually kind of low on fuel as well. Yeah, these 9 large. Oh, then there's 2 hydro packs, I suppose. But that's the sum total of our fuel. Let's get a bit more knocked out. How much? Let's see. How much hardened steel do I have left out of the lot we mined? 110 plates. That's not a lot. We'll come back to the windows. We may want the hardened steel plates for something else. Once this fuel finishes going through, we'll go into space. Okay. We have 100 blocks of combat steel, a starter, basic stuff to put down. Not nearly enough to actually make a functioning capital ship, but enough to start planning out the layout of the place. So, actually, oh, do I have any food on me? I don't. I've put my veggie cans away. Let's get those back out. What's the fuel situation like in the base? That's fine. It's absolutely fine. 5 hours left. There's Promethean mining in our near future, I think. But for now, we've got 300 odd crystals unprocessed still in the constructor. We're absolutely fine. I don't think we're even going to be powering up the CV this episode anyway. We're just going to be starting to plan the layout. Right, so this is all predicated on the idea that you can actually put down a CV starter in space, just floating, which I'm not entirely sure you can. Because I didn't realise you had to put down an SV starter on, or deploy an SV on the on player-made blocks. Because the plan is we build the CV in space and it stays in space. It never has to go into atmosphere. Okay, let's get a good distance away from the planet. Jetpack is on. Ship is floating quite happily in place, so let's begin. Alright, here goes. Here's my capital vessel starter. Going to deploy that right here. Hey! So, first most important thing, what do we want as our texture on the floor of the command room? We've got a lot of things to choose from. This is a new one, I think. It's also ugly as hell. Do we want a nice carpet in the command room? We could actually do that. I don't think... oh, what's this one? That's more like a girder. I could actually see how to use that one, but we won't use it here. These... wow, there are actually... what the fuck is this? Some weird circuit board designs. No, let's have a nice plush carpet in the command room. Yeah, nice and fancy. Right, we need to get rid of that because we only want it on one face though, I think. So that can be just whatever for now. And turn off apply to whole block. Carpet it up. Beautiful. So we've got a single-faced carpet with a nice big core in the middle. I'm perfectly happy with that cockpit being there. But I think we need to enlarge this command room a little bit. We'll have a bunch of deco consoles and that sort of crap in here. So, how big do we want to go with the command room? This might be okay. But I think we'll go slightly wider. In fact, we'll go square. Yeah, we'll just go square. It's fine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So one more row at the back here. So it's going to be like a command tower. So if I disassemble... Oh shit! Oh fuck, I don't have any charges in my multi-tool. Never mind, we'll go back and get some in a bit. So, below the command tower we will have another chamber. Like 3 high will probably do it. Because this will just be basically a lobby. So what I think the plan is, we're going to have the command tower in the middle of the ship and like have spokes, like spoked corridors going off the sides. So 2, 3, and the floor, and then this comes back to there. And we're just doing like frameworks at the moment. So we'll have a lobby room there. I think below that we'll have a bit of a larger room to be the engine room. So I think we'll have like a back wall here with an elevator against it. So there'll be an elevator coming up there and down there. Do we want the engine room probably to be wider, don't we? Or do we? How many tanks and generators do we think we're going to need? I'll tell you what, best thing to look at, what's the size of a large generator? Should be able to see on the blueprint screen. Where are they? Generators. Here we are, this is the largest one. It's 6 by 2 by 2. So we can have like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think we'll need to go a bit wider with this. Bit wider and a bit deeper. So we've got our a lobby room here, command tower there. Below that we've got an engine room. I hope we're going to be able to actually build this the size I want to build it. But if not, we can just rip it up and start again. Right, let's get back down there because I need some more blocks. I also need multi-tool charges. And let's preload a shit ton of multi-tool charges. Let's make like 30 because we're going to be using the multi-tool quite a lot in the coming sessions. So leave that rocking and rolling and get... I don't think we can actually get another 100 combat steel blocks. We'll just get as many out as we can. Then it's back to ripping up the bases again. We've got 40 cans of veg saved up now, so let's see if we can make some different foods with the latest crop. Because these will be regrown again well before we need to actually make more field rations. We are also going to need, hopefully, to make some farm blocks for the cap ship. Although, I could just steal these ones when we're finally ready to leave the system. So here's a bunch of vegetables. What are our options? Not too much actually. We need like other things, but we can rock out. Oh, we can get antidote pills made. Yes. Well, we can make some baked pumpkin and space fries. There's nothing we can do with just tomatoes. Although we can hang on to the tomatoes because they're used to make canned meat. We can make sandwiches if we had bread. Let's go hunt some critters and get some canned meat. We'll be waiting here for a little bit anyway. Whoa, what? Oh, Jesus. Well, that took me by surprise. Okay, we're going to go over there and loot that drone instead then. I can actually see the troop transport over there. It's landing, seems to be. Oh no, it's coming over the mountains. Taking fire from the cannons and just goes down. And we've got got some meat. We've got a meat. One meat. Oh, there's a whole tribe of these guys. That should be more than enough. We can also get the loot from the transport, unless it despawns before we get there. Is there another drone coming in? Yeah, there is. Oh, I'm not going back for that one, fuck it. I should just check though whether the cannons are still fully loaded. It's been a while since I've had a look at that. So thorns and parts and meat all go in there. And what can we make now? Well, we can make salami, obviously. That's about it. But so let's make. We've got 36 tomatoes, so we should be able to make, I believe, 9 canned meat, and then we'll whack out a couple of hams, I guess. Troop transport's coming in again. So we've got a bunch of stuff to toss in there. We got 16 blocks. 16 blocks of combat steel. That was it. Yeah, we're definitely gonna need to do so much dismantling for what I've got in mind. Right. Let's just have a look in the ammo box, make sure there's a bit of spare in there. Yeah, there is. Okay, we will loot that transport and we will take our 16 blocks of combat steel back up into space and... Well, I guess then it's back to trying to dismantle some more structures here on the planet. We can't even go submarine with it. It's a tragedy. Right, back up into space. Let's see if we can find our CV again. So, this block I think I wanted to reclaim. And there's a couple here. So the engine room down there. Spokes probably not coming off the back here, but coming off this way. Command tower on the top. And there'll be like hardened, like armoured glass at the front. One really strong defensive turret on top of here, and like more on the outside. Down here is going to be the engine room. We'll have spoke off to like, maybe on one side like a farming tower. On the other side, we need a farming tower. We need storage. What else do we really need? Not that much, honestly. We need at least one hangar bay, because we're going to be relying on small vessels to go to and from planets. And then whatever else we feel like, basically. We could have like a medical room and a private quarters and all sorts we could strap on there. The idea is to be a big mobile space base, essentially. For now, though, I think we are going to have to go back down and start deconstructing again. So let's go deconstruct. So we were working on the spaceport. Let's go there. Well, that's the shrooms here and the base, so that is the spaceport. Hello? What do you think you're doing? That's my material source. Get the fuck away. Drop off some. Oh Jesus! All this food's gone off. Right. Well, store up these. Stack all the spoiled food. There should be plenty of space, to be honest. Bloody drones. Store all that up. So let's get back to it. Hopefully I have a bit of an easier time moving around on here, now that I'm in my medium armor instead of heavy combat. So, disassemble? No, deconstruct. We want bits and pieces, don't we? Here we go again. Okay, another layer stripped away. It's given us 702 steel plates. That's a good start. We'll do one more, then we'll go back to base and start cooking again. I've been here about 50 minutes already, so I may not get any more work done on the actual CV this episode, but we'll have a good supply of materials for next time. Let's see. Okay, over 1,300 hardened plates. So that's good for at least another, about 150 blocks. Let's go back and start getting that cooking. There's plenty more here we can take. Plus we've got at least 2 more structures that we know about. We've got the platform and we've got the vehicle port that we can also disassemble. Well, the planet ship platform, I think we've got to find the core on still, but at least this thing. At least the vehicle port we can do. There's also an excavation over there we haven't touched at all. I mean, there's half the planet we haven't explored yet. There's going to be plenty more stuff for us to scavenge. But I think all I'm going to do now is head back to base and stick this stuff in the constructor. So let's call that a session here. So we've made a start. We've started building the superstructure of our capital ship, and got pretty much the basic idea of what we're going to do. We're going to have to make it beautiful once we've established how much material we've got to work with, but that's all for the future. For now, I've been EkkiThump. That's been Let's Play Empyrion Galactic Survival. Do it if you've enjoyed it. Like and subscribe if you'd like to see more gameplay of this game, and I'll see you next time.